G'day and welcome to the MacPack.
We're back.
My name's Jamie Kenner, and to my left this weekend, order the man on the panel who's least likely to be a wag. It's my little brother Joe. How are you, boy?
Yes, I'm not likely to be a wag at all, I don't think.
And to my right, coming in at 6'1", as he does each and every week, is the baby brother of the pack, who we call Junior Boy. Junior Boy, how are you?
Not exactly sure what the term wag means, but by the order of business, it seems like I'm most likely to be one.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that off the top. We've got some exciting new news here on the MacPack podcast, mainly for someone's better half.
Oh, better.
So we'll be discussing that off the top. We've also got a little bit of a story about Basil Zempilas. He's in the news for all the wrong reasons. We're playing some radio RTR bingo from a couple of weeks ago. We're bringing you that. We've also got my hero, Joey's wrong word, and Riley's big joke debut. It's massive. Let's get it. Boys,
Brother
Mingo.
How are we all? Are we all well?
Fantastic. How
Stoked.
are you guys going?
Very exciting news here. I'm good, thank you, Joe. The very exciting news here. Rare that you ask me how I'm going as well.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
it's rare that I care.
Big weekend for yourself, not only in that regard, but you were a bit of a party boy as well. From
Obviously,
what I'm hearing.
this late in January, boys. It's Triple J Day.
Yes.
Tis, yes.
How many parties did you guys get invited to?
Oh, I was a bit of a
None.
non-offend.
You got invited to none.
This.
I got invited to one, I considered, and then the event was deleted.
No, you were taken off, mate. They don't.
Yeah, I did see on the stories, some people seem to still be there. Bit awkward.
What do
No,
you
Actually?
no, I got invited to like a bow party that
So,
one of my friends was going to host, but then like not enough people went and they needed to pay the deposit. So then they went to a different party, yeah.
Oh, okay, right. That's what they're.
Yes.
That's the story they're sticking with.
That's what they're going with, yeah.
Yeah, wow. That is hilarious.
yeah, right. Anyway, I had 3 parties.
Very
Little subtle facts.
nice.
So first one was just, pool party. Standard practice for the countdown.
Cool.
But I was excited because the week out I had no plans. And then day off.
I feel your brother.
So I asked my mates, I was like, boys, what's going on Triple J Day? Whose party are we going to? Because I'm not invited to any at the moment. And they're like, oh, we got a boat party on Triple J Day. And I was like, oh, bloody
Got
hell.
one.
On a boat.
Yeah.
For the count. Never done that before. That'll be so much fun.
Nice.
Jumping
I thought
in
it
and out of the
would've
Swan
been
River. Dodging the bull sharks,
Yeah,
boxing
yeah.
with them. And then I get added to the event and it kicks off at 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
Catch-
count's over.
Oh, God, yeah.
Catch
Like
the
2
Double J
hours.
Top 200.
Yeah, literally. And I was like, oh, that sucks. Anyway, so we rock up on the day. And it's like I thought it was also like someone's boat. So it was going to be like bougie. But it was like one of those rental ones.
Okay.
Which still
Fine.
happy to be there. Like, not complaining. But like,
Not
the
bougie.
Instagram story is a little bit harder to frame up when you're on a boat that you like paid for. Because obviously it looks all like commercial. But
Yeah.
we did alright, didn't we? Did you see the Instagram stories? It looked a bit like we owned a boat.
It didn't.
No, I didn't see it.
No,
You
I'm
looked like you were
guessing.
immigrants
Okay.
traveling
Yeah.
from one continent
You
to
look like you were about to fight the healthies.
Yeah, but it was also funny because on the event as well, there was like, when you go to a party, you got to have a good ratio of men to women,
Yeah.
just to maintain,
One
good.
dude and 20 chicks.
Yeah, it's usually like the best split, 50-50 obviously, but every now and then it swings 60-40, 70-30. And this one was like going to go toward the whole 60-40 range, mainly the lads. And then it got 2 days out from the event and the guy was like, boys, fuck it. I've kicked every girl from the event,
That must have been when I fell out as well.
including at Joe McKenna.
Why?
Yeah, well, apparently all the girls had beef with him, so he was like, just forget it. You're out.
I'm going to make him walk the plank.
So then he just invited heaps more lads and there was like 50, 60 lads on the
Yeah.
boat.
That's such a
He
bizarre.
was approaching. Riley said, arguably the perfect 60-40 split. And he went, no. 100-0.
Exactly, that's right. Yeah, weird though. But anyway, we rocked up and then, it was one of my good friends, Kobe, all his footy mates.
Yeah, cool.
The lads.
And, me and a few of
Most of them aren't allowed near women. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's good.
it was me, Cozzo and Cade. Me, Cozzo, Cade never played footy. We always stopped at the Auskick career.
Yeah.
So we don't have that footy boy relationship.
Yeah.
The larrikin
You guys know about
experience.
footy boy relationship.
Yeah, I lived it, but
That's it. The footy boy relationship. It's a tight bond in Australia that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't recreate. And we were fully amongst it. It's just the boys and the beers and the beers and the boys. That's what they're all about. And anyway, so we get on the boat, and there's like 60 lads, and it's just so much testosterone going around. And I only knew a few of them, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like being introduced to a few along the journey.
Yeah.
You know, as we set sail. And one of my friends said, "You've got to meet this guy. I'll give him a fake name. We'll call him Jennifer."
Okay, interesting. On an all boys boat to have a Jenny.
So my mate came over and he was like, "Mate, you got to meet. If you're gonna meet anyone tonight, you got to meet Jennifer." I was like,
Sounds way dodgy.
"I'm keen to meet Jenny." Anyway, so he took me over to Jenny. Oh no! Before he took me over to Jenny, he was like, "There's one thing you got to know about Jenny." He's like, "He's a great bloke, but he always gets his dick out. Every event I've been to, cock has been out." And I said, "Let me meet this Jenny. Jenny seems like my kind of guy, you know. I love a bloke who gets his cock out."
Someone cut that up. Put that on a t-shirt. Someone put
If
that
the
on
Miss
a
Universe judges are listening,
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, so then I walk over to Jenny, and my opening line is,
Put that thing away.
I said, "G'day, Jenny. I've heard lots." And he's like, "What have you heard?" And I heard, "Mate, I hear that you get your cock out of everybody. Is that going to be happening tonight?" And he was like, "We'll see how we go."
You didn't
Like,
have to cross your fingers and your toes.
like he didn't seem like that, like thrilled by it. He was just like, "Yeah, we'll see how we go, mate." And I was like, "All right, mate." Footy. And then I just dapped him up and then like left him to his own devices.
It's
for
the
rest of
weirdest
night.
thing. Surely you're not ever approaching someone with
Well,
that.
what else?
as
That's the only information I got.
how
I
are
said, "This
you
is Jenny.
going?"
He gets his cock out. Come
Yeah.
meet him." What else am I going to say?
I don't
Go,
know,
Jenny, you heard
just-
heaps.
hey buddy, how's your day?
Yeah, anything else.
Nice to meet you.
Anyway, and they had like every the drinks were not coordinated very well. It was like BYO, bring slabs and ice, you know, like, and every single one of the lads seemed to bring a
Very
slab
good.
and ice.
No one brought eyes.
No, everyone bought ice. So we had these massive eskies that were filled with like, I reckon 50 bags of ice. So it was like,
ice.
oh my god, it was so cold. Like trying to reach into someone to get a drink, pins and needles straight.
Yeah.
The whole arm.
Not good for the shrinkage from
No,
old Jenny.
that's
Jenny's
it,
gonna be
right?
getting
And
around
then
with the peanut cup,
One bloke, because you know, boys in the beers, beers in the boys.
obviously.
One of the boys got picked up and thrown in the ice bath. Not ideal for the young man. He was also down about 20 MUX spots. Anyway, but you know, at one point in the night, it was getting toward the end of the night. It was getting toward the end of the night, and you know, the boys were in full footy form. You know, me and Cade were kind of kicking back. We hadn't had that many drinks, so we were just chilling. And then everyone was like, "Circle up, circle up, boys!" And we were like, "Beers
Hell
and the
yeah.
boys and the boys and the beers. Here we go. What's gonna happen here?" They all
So
circle-
everyone's all 60 of you circle up.
yeah, we all circle up, right?
Who's driving the boat?
Oh, the guy who owned the boat.
The captain.
He's
Yeah.
living it up. He owns
Captain,
a boat.
my
Is
captain.
he circling up?
Anyway, and then we all get in the circle, and I'm like, "What's gonna happen?" And then we all like wrap our arms around each other, and then we all start singing their footy anthem.
And you don't know it.
No, not a clue. But I'm just.
Does it sound like one
I'll
of the
just-
actual ones?
Well, they just chanted it, so I think it did have a tune originally, but this rendition just sounded a bit more like real quick. Anyway, but then you know, after the big chant, while we're still on the circle, I think a few of the boys left the circle, but cock out,
Oh.
flailing it around. I reckon for like a solid 15 seconds.
Who, everyone?
No,
The whole
just
circle?
Jennifer.
Oh, Jenny's cranking it.
Yeah. Biggest balls I've ever seen. Great bloke, Jennifer. I love it.
Alrighty, boys, some very interesting news come out over the weekend. Big Lord Mayor Basil Z, Bazzy Z, as we call him in the biz. Basil Zempilas, the Perth Lord Mayor. Name, apparently he's the 27th Lord Mayor in Perth.
I thought it was like 18th.
Name one of the other ones.
The Lord Mayors.
Couldn't do it, could ya?
Nah.
He really wears it with a badge of honour.
What does Lord Mayor mean?
He's-
What does he patrol?
He's like the, you know how we have like a council, local council guy?
Yeah.
He's just that for Perth.
Like the city.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not even that big.
Don't say that to his face, mate.
Don't say that to my lord.
Well, he was in the news this week. A lot of people would have already seen the clip,
I'm sure.
and it's what we sort of made mention to off the top. I had seen an edited version of the clip, which shows quite an interesting part of the video with the context stripped out of it, and I had written him off. The video came out on Saturday. It's pretty damning. It's pretty controversial. It's him basically speaking to another member of the journalistic
journalist
integrity.
guy?
Yeah, journalistic integrity. Essentially, he's chatting with them about the fact that the bloke who's talking to, is going to be on the news and he's going to be doing a news segment. He's going to be reporting on the news.
Yeah.
And then Basil follows up by saying, "Oh, the tennis is on tonight."
Oh,
Which
yeah, I love watching a bit of tennis.
Which everyone has heard, and this is at the time when the women's final was on. And then the bloke confirms that it says, "Yeah, tennis is on tonight, women's final." And he replies with, so it's a reserves game then. Now, that's the clip that everyone has seen. I've just gone to find it so that we could play it on air, and we've actually managed to find an extended version, which has changed my mind completely. We're going to play that full clip now, and then we'll have a little bit of a chat about it.
Morning. How you going? Jenna, are you normally a Saturday man?
Reading the news tonight.
Oh, how about that, Joe? In the big chair. Is it head to head with
Jerry's reading the 7.
Unbelievable? What a showdown! It's like a derby.
Yeah.
Tennis is on tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, the female finals, yes.
It's a reserves game then. Say that having been there, obviously.
I know a bit about reserves games.
Plenty of nights when I've read the. Okay. All right. Well, I'm in your hands.
And I think that's really all you need to hear. So the bit that I'd seen prior to that was a clipped bit where essentially he just says, "Is the final on tonight?" The bloke says yes, and then he says, "Oh, but it's a reserve game."
And it ends with him saying, "And I say that having been there," which makes it sound like I say that because I watched women's tennis and it was bad,
Yes.
basically.
But when you get the context that we've had at the start, where you've got a long shot of the three people standing next to him quite literally naming the other journalist by name and saying, are you on
Yeah,
tonight?
yeah.
He confirms, and then goes into like a bit of a match day thing where he's comparing the equivalent of Joe reading the news against Riley reading the news, right? And I go, "Oh, big night then. This is exciting.
Yeah.
This is the big fight that everyone wants to see." He even says, "This is the derby." And then he goes, "Oh, hang on, but the tennis is on." Immediately then goes, it gets confirmed
Yeah, but he's only saying the tennis is on as setup to what he's going to say.
to take the piss out of the blokes, do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
To take the piss out of the equivalent of you, and you say, "Yeah, the tennis is on." And I go, in that case, like, not it. He doesn't say it, but he means, it's not a derby. It's a reserves game between you and Riley.
Yeah.
Now, without that prior 15 to 20 seconds, I was hell-bent that he was just being misogynistic, and I was quite disappointed. But having seen the full clip, I think, because he's since come out and said...
Well, this is the thing.
He came out and said, you need to see it in full context. What I was saying was exactly what I've just explained, that the two reporters, the two journalists, he was comparing as being a derby that has now become a reserves match. But no one saw that full video until very late in the piece.
Because I was saying, I saw the original clip, and then I saw him tweeting about it. And his tweet, like without seeing the context, his tweet is saying, no, I wasn't saying that. I was saying that the news is on and the news was the reserves and I like women's tennis and all this stuff. And it just sounded like the biggest lie. Like that doesn't make sense without the context, because it's like no one ever... Why would anyone say that? But then when you hear the context of the full conversation, I think that, I don't think he wasn't talking about the tennis. And I'm someone who, like, I don't really like Basil. I think he's kind of annoying and his policies are, like, not good. But I think that,
I think the new evidence is damning. I think initially, most cancelable offence you could ever do was what the first video we saw. And I am a little bit disheartened that is what has been run without the full video, because it does just prove, and especially, like, we're not big figures by any means, but you could clip up anything. You could clip up the last 10 minutes where we went from talking about the pageant to some dude having his penis out, swinging it around on a boat, and take that out of context any which way you like.
And also,
correct?
When they're two completely unrelated.
Exactly. And if you don't see the full thing...
Which is actually why we did it.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys think this isn't mathematically calculated?
So my opinion has changed completely. I've done a full 180. I'll admit when I was wrong, and even in the intro, I'd come out and said he was a muppet and said that he was in the news for the wrong reasons. It's only been 20 minutes since I
Yeah,
said
exactly.
that. Done a complete 180. I 100%
Yeah.
think he was fine by
And
what
I-
you were saying.
I think also, like I was saying, I don't really like Basil as a figure and stuff. But I think it's important for people to be like, I saw the clip. I saw the full clip now.
Yeah.
And I can say, oh yeah, what I thought about him about this thing is wrong. I can accept
And my
the
fear,
new evidence.
my fear now is that we've sort of gone to bat for him, and a lot of people wouldn't have seen that full video, the full footage.
Oh yeah,
either.
yeah.
So we'll probably get slammed for being in his camp and saying that women's tennis isn't as good as men's. Even that clip might get taken out of
Yeah, yeah.
context.
Riley's definitely going to post. just
I
that.
couldn't disagree more. Like,
Yeah.
love women's sport.
Yeah.
Think it's fantastic. Riley's wearing a fucking Sam Kerr t-shirt at the moment. Like, we're big on women's sport. Taylor plays footy. I go watch Taylor play footy every weekend.
Hell yeah.
Love women's sport. Love women playing
Yeah,
sport.
our first segment was about
Miss
Miss Universe.
Exactly. We're not here to do anything like that. But people could easily see the clip. And if someone was to go in and bat now and say, no,
Yeah.
he's taken out of context, you're the bad guy, not the person who saw 15 seconds of a minute and a half worth of footage.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, this year in particular is going to be crazy for this kind of thing because we've got the 2024 election in the US.
Yeah, okay.
So we can see how easy it is to doctor, or just even that's not even doctor, it's just cut at
Yeah,
a
contextualize.
smart
Yeah.
point, and people's opinions can completely change. Now think if you can add the smallest bit of like AI, artificial voice,
Yeah, true.
or something, and it can completely change what someone's going to say. So nowadays you can't even trust.
What you see.
Like that's a
yeah.
video of someone saying something misogynistic, but it's only when it's a 10-second clip
Yeah.
instead of a 20-second clip.
Yeah, that's
Like
100%.
you just is getting to the point where you can't even trust what you're seeing with your own eyes.
What are your thoughts before we finish up? We'll get your thoughts and then we'll do a quick, is he guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
What do you think? What are your thoughts there?
You've taken the words right out of my mouth. I stand with Basil Zempilas.
Yeah, I didn't
just
before.
about this?
Yeah, about this.
Yeah.
Just about this one thing.
I think he's not guilty. Thoughts?
Not on this, no.
No, I think he was fine. And I do feel for him now. Like at the time I was like, no, you're
Yeah.
a muppet and now you're just
And-
going to say any excuse, but everyone's heard you clear as day.
Yeah.
But do yourself a favour. If that clip hasn't come out before the episode's out, do
Yeah,
yourself a favour and go and find
And
it.
it's on the ABC. So ABC is probably the
Yeah.
best spot to find any news in the country.
Yeah.
And obviously they're standing up for him, or maybe not standing up for him, but they're
Just showing the full
facts.
proof. Yeah. No, I think that's fair enough. Well, there you go. I was going to name this episode Fuck Baz, but no, we're doing a 180 on it. There you go. Alrighty, boys. Pretty excited for this one. We obviously were with Will Taylor last week, so we didn't chat about it. But 2 weeks ago, we were set by our lovely friend Joe. Some
Yeah.
would say he's a brother. I would say he's an acquaintance, maybe a friend at that. Where we asked, he asked us, would we be up for the challenge when we're next in on the RTR radio frequency airwaves? If we
on
would,
the radio.
if we would be willing to accept a challenge that he was going to set for us. For those joining us for the first time, me and Riley have been fortunate enough to be doing some stuff at RTR FM 92.1. Doing some late night radio slots down there. Joe's unfortunately missed the cut.
Due to talent.
Yeah.
Due to lack of.
Just didn't reach the bar, unfortunately. But
Yep.
he's been involved. We've done some reporting back and forth. And 2 weeks ago, he set us the challenge. He was going to give us 5 words to say during an on-air break. And basically, it was up to me to get them into the slot.
Yep.
And then bring to him the results.
Yeah, that's right. You guys do radio for what, 3 hours? And
Yeah.
I get to pick 5 words.
Some would say that's too many words. Can you just quickly give the new listeners a little bit of an update on what those 5 words were?
So, okay. Twinkie, serendipitous, Kevin Rudd, giraffe, and appendix.
Nice. And what are your thoughts? Riley was obviously there in the studio with me. Do you think that I was able to wedge them in?
Oh, wedge them you would, but
What?
we'll see how coherent it is.
All
Easy to say words.
Well, you've been doing it pretty difficult.
You did it right there.
Okay, well, there are the words. The next little clip we're going to play is exactly that. So me and Riley in the studio about a week ago,
About a week ago.
about a week and a half ago, you'll hear about 90 seconds. There's a period in between where there's a little break. that is just us talking about the Australian Open. I've cut it out because no one really needs to hear that.
Yep.
But it's all from the same little segment. If you don't believe me, I'll send you the full 3-hour link. The massive star for Statistics over 206, which I mentioned, which is Twinkie O'Clock.
Oh, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, for those, we've got a few international listeners. We've got some Brucey in London. I'm sure we've got a few people in the US of A, the home of the Twinkie.
That's right. Everyone who's left Perth but still want to tune into RTRFM.
Gotta love it.
I saw like a promo of him and was like unleash the demon, and I was like, there's never been anything like that for Nick Kyrgios.
Yeah, true. Everyone's getting around him. Absolutely love it. I think it's because he's a little bit of a smaller unit. He's only a little slender man.
Yeah.
He comes in at 183 centimeters though, which is actually more than I thought.
Yep.
And
That's
just for a little bit of scale, that is 4 centimeters taller than Kevin Rudd.
Bloody hell.
And I know a lot of people use Kevin Rudd as a scale for height.
Yeah, obviously. I'm also 4 centimeters taller than K Rudd.
And additionally,
Yep.
it's about 2 meters smaller than an average giraffe, which is, it's like less of a scale that people use, but nonetheless, it's still a scale.
Still a scale.
Imagine
I mean,
a giraffe running around out there.
It's not the industry standard, but I mean, it still can be used.
Now, excitingly, only within the last month,
Yep.
a little bit of serendipity about it.
Okay.
You were fortunate enough to meet Mr. Alex Demonor
Demon.
and have a little bit of chat. Apparently, you got to know him quite well. You talked to him about basically your entire life, all the surgery you've had, including the fact that you got your appendix removed.
Yeah. That's right. I worked on a TVC with him for Hot Shots Tennis Australia.
There you have it. What do we think?
And that all happened in one talk break.
That was really good.
On
yeah.
talk
thank
break.
you, mate. The full clip goes for 90 seconds. That was about, 70 seconds of
Yeah.
it?
No, it was good. I thought the Kevin Rudd and giraffe stuff was a stroke of genius.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. The other ones were and the surgery stuff. Yeah, that was good. I liked it, but yeah.
My key for this, so we might as well shout him out. He's been a superstar. You got mentioned there. Will Robinson, good fan of the show. I don't know if he's ever been mentioned before, but he's been listening. He's living in England at the moment.
London, baby.
And he's sharing the podcast. He was telling me during the week that he's got another Aussie bloke who he's working with onto the pod, and he's absolutely loving listening as well. Will's been frothing it, listening week to week, which he absolutely love. And his time zone matches up nicely with our RTR slots.
Very nice.
So he doesn't have to get up at 1 a.m. to listen to the dulcet tones of Jake and Junior Boy. He is at work at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes 6 p.m. in the afternoon,
Drive time.
listening on the way home from work.
Hell yeah.
So he's very involved. He's doing music recommendations. He's getting involved in the text line. It's fantastic to see. We mentioned him there. Now, we did one stint in between because obviously we had Will on last week.
Yep.
So we did the challenge. Then I did the
Words,
game
yep.
basically 2 days later. Then we did Will's episode. And then we did another stint. So Will was actually listening to our most recent app.
Yeah.
And he messaged me and said, when are the words coming? When are you going to do the words?
Oh.
And I
You had
said,
already done it.
and I said, Will, we did the words last week. And it just proves to you how seamlessly we had done
Yes,
the words.
how serendipitous they came in.
Because he hadn't picked up on it. And the funniest part listening back to that was not only had he not picked up on it, his name
He
was
got
dropped
mentioned.
was within it as well. And he still didn't pick up on it.
true.
So if there was ever a time where he had to be like at his most alert was when his name was being mentioned. And then for the next 80 seconds, we dropped 5 words that he should be listening out.
That's what we call in the industry, Joe, radio craft.
There you
Yeah,
go.
podcast craft.
So are we considering that a win for the boys?
Yeah, it's a win. You got the words.
Thank
and
you,
they
mate.
sounded good.
Appreciate that. We obviously want you guys at home to get involved with the game. So if you are listening now, ping us in either 5 words. You can ping in 2 words. You can ping whatever you want. We'll come with a culmination of words next time we get in the RTRFM studios. But Joe, to keep the ball rolling, we're in there tomorrow night. Do you want to ping us another 5? Do you want to challenge us? A bit of a double or nothing?
Yeah, I got another 5.
Okay, let's hear it.
Chickpea.
Wow.
High voltage.
Oh.
As one word. Crustacean.
Oh.
Calculus.
Oh.
And beige.
Oh, that is
Okay.
hard. That's way harder than the first 5.
It is hard. There's a few that will be more difficult. I think high voltage will be easy. I think beige will be easy. Calculus is going to be a struggle. What is it?
Crustacean.
Crustacean.
It's like crabs and stuff.
Okay. Well, there you go. It will be more difficult than the first, but Just keep putting the
Part of
hurdles
the
in front
game.
and we'll
That's what
keep
we're here
jumping
for.
over them.
It's training.
But yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys want to be involved in the game, ping us a DM, ping us a message. We're gonna start getting these videos up on TikTok as well. So fling them through, and we want the pack to be involved.
Before we end, just as we brought up chickpea, I got a good joke about chickpeas.
Go on,
Not
let
to take
rip.
away
Are
from
you
the
sure you don't want to tell the joke of the week?
A mid-app joke of the week.
yeah, mid-ever joke. Okay,
And then you're still doing yours. You're not out of the
This
woods.
is the classic one. What's the difference between a lima bean and a chickpea? I wouldn't pay $200 to have a lima bean on my face.
That's that is good. Alrighty, Joey, you've brought us a little bit of an interesting tale. A couple of weeks
Yes.
ago, we made mention to the fact that I was saying, I can't even remember what the word was, but I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
Not sure.
we spoke a
Think
bit.
about children. It's like fetus.
Fecal
matter.
Fecal
yeah.
matter. And there was another thing that we talked about, but I can't remember what it was.
That one was that was definitely a slur. I feel like.
But Joe has come to us this week. No, it was the woman. She's an old lady.
Queen Elizabeth.
Judy Dench.
No, one of them though.
Oh yeah, it was
Here we go.
fuck, what's her name? She's hell hot.
Pardon?
Maggie.
No,
Maggie
no.
Smith.
It was
Oh,
a
that's
hell
an easy
old
one.
bird.
She always wins the Oscars, Joe.
Yes.
Oh, Meryl
Streep. Yeah, we got there in the end.
Yeah,
Phew.
I just
There would be
watched it.
people just like throwing their phones across the room listening to that. They would know for sure.
And I just watched Devil Wears Prada for the first time last week. And
she does.
can I say Meryl Slade in it?
No.
There
She
you go.
absolutely ate.
Okay, cool. But yeah, we struggled. I only found out pretty recently that her name was Meryl Streep. Streep?
Street, yeah.
Streep, not
You said
Streep.
Street.
Yeah. And we did the other one, which I've already forgotten. We're going well tonight.
Right now.
And then Joey came to us, was sitting by the pool, and he goes, "Oh, boys, I forgot how to say a word. I've been saying it wrong
Yes.
my entire life."
I realized that I have been saying this word wrong my entire life. I couldn't believe it.
How did you find out? Before you
discovered.
tell us the actual word itself, can you tell us how it came to fruition that you found out you were saying it wrong?
I think the way it came out was it's a tennis-related word.
Right.
It may be a word that's already been mentioned on the pod today.
Okay.
What could it be? And I heard the commentators were talking about it. And that was when I realized, oh, wait a minute. I've been saying this wrong my whole entire life.
Can we guess? What do you think it's gonna be, Jack? I reckon it's gonna be let.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nah, I reckon it's gonna be fault. And he always said it was foul.
Oh,
That might be completely wrong as well.
Good guesses.
it's curious.
It's just about no, it's demon. I realized that my whole life
What?
I say demoned.
No way.
Well, yeah.
Like the Melbourne Football Club are called the Melbourne.
No, that's different because that's demons. I don't say demons. I say demons. I think that's where I got it from. Because
So if there's not a
if it's a singular
S,
demon,
it's a yeah,
yeah,
right.
it's like my mouth is like so used to saying demons that it can't just say demon. Like I need to.
That's too.
It's like I need to like.
You need to finish the word.
I need to finish the word, and then because I got it because we were talking about obviously Alex Demonor.
I don't think that was right.
Alex
Say his last
Alex
name again.
Demonor.
No, we're getting
Manure.
worse. We're getting further.
How do you say
We're
it?
getting further from the pin. Just Demonor. Almost. I'm a big
Ah.
man. I'm a big fan of.
sounding out.
No, but I have to picture words. So when I think of
Yeah.
Alex's, it's Alex and then it's demon and then double O-R, which I know isn't how it's spelled
Yeah,
because
because
it's how it's said. So is Alex Demonor because it's like a nor, like
Yeah, but it's spelled Minaur.
correct. But you don't
So
say
they're not
that.
saying it right.
No.
They're not saying how it's written.
No,
Yeah,
of
this
course
one- that
not.
was
But
so-
that's the English language. We don't say anything how it's
How it's
written.
written. No. We put D's on the end of words when they're not there. But yeah, I
Knowledge.
and I think even I asked Mum, and Mum did the same thing, perhaps.
Oh,
Don't you dare talk down on my mum.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
can't be throwing mum under the bus.
But yeah,
Say Alex Demonor's name.
Demonor.
Okay,
There we go.
that's good. 1 out of 3
Good
ain't
boy.
bad.
Demon. No.
Now, ex-
But yeah, the whole.
Demon.
Yeah, I was like, demon. I just always say it like that. I'm demon. It just sounds stupid to
what
me.
about when you write it?
I know how to spell the word.
Oh,
I
but
just never thought about it. I just thought, yeah, that's how. Invisible dead. You know how some letters are silent? Sometimes they're invisible.
but you've heard other people
Demon.
say it.
That's a 97 ATAR.
We had Luke Jackson on the pod. He just won a
Yeah,
flag.
but he plays
with
for the Demons. It's
The
different.
The Demons.
That's what I think it is. I think it's because I'm so used to saying demons. I would never. When would I ever say demon?
Well,
Even now, I feel weird saying
Like-
say it like he
But
used to.
you always
demon.
Yeah, that is how he's always said it. I just
Yeah.
never thought anything of it.
I've been haunted by a demon.
Yeah, he does
I've been
say
haunted
it.
by a demon.
That's how you meant
There
to
you
say
go.
it. But even then, there was like a throat noise. Go one more.
Guys, I've been haunted by a demon.
Yeah, that's how you meant to
That's
say it.
alright.
They're controlling my voice.
So you came to this. I just I can't struggling to work out because like Meryl Streeper, I would have spelled with a T because I thought it was Meryl Streep. I'm not out here misspelling her name and just going, no, we don't pronounce the T like it's a P.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I just never thought of. I just demon. I don't know. I
Kind
just
of satisfying. Demon.
demon. It sounds better.
Try it at home. Demon. Feels a bit like a palindrome as well.
Yeah.
Demon.
It's not. It's not at all. But
It's
it feels
nice
like a
to
good bit.
start and finish
Demon.
at the same place. Demon. It's like you're going around in a
What
circle.
about like to be demonized?
Demon?
Demonized. Yeah, because it's
There's other, as long as there's
yeah,
at least
as
one
long as
other
there's something
letter.
after.
That is
Yeah.
perplexing. So what was the? So it just they said it on the broadcast. Alex, or they just said the demon.
Yeah, and I think I must have been like, damn, that's odd.
So but what about when I've said it?
I just don't think about it. Demon, yeah, whatever. Just close to what I was saying.
Poor kid.
It's outlandish.
He's getting it wrong.
Yeah.
I was being nice to everyone.
Just not letting anyone know. That's out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And this guy's the smartest bloke on the panel. I'm intrigued. Bring us more if you ever come
Yeah.
up to it.
My favorite one is one that, I know we've talked about this, but do you remember the song?
Oh, here we go.
What is it? Hot Cho Ray, Move Top.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a party on the rooftop, top of the world.
Oh yeah. What did I used to say?
Riley used to say it's a party on the move top,
Yeah.
and I showed him the lyrics, and he said
They're wrong.
that's the lyrics, but that's not what they're saying. They're saying it move top.
Alrighty, boys. It's time to finish up. Oh, it's nearly the end.
It's nearly the end.
It's nearly the end, my friend.
It's or as I would say, it's nearly the end.
It's time for our Everyday Hero. This is obviously the segment that we do each and every week. It's our favourite weekly segment, and it is our
The double.
Everyday Hero, and we just love playing that
Totally.
sound effect. For those who are joining us for the first time, firstly, welcome. Secondly, this is our segment where we award someone the wait for it, where we award someone the Everyday Hero Award for doing a nice thing. We mentioned a couple of weeks ago that it's usually they'll go out of their way. They'll make themselves vulnerable. They could potentially open themselves up to hurt. But in doing so, they can also help open themselves up. They could also open themselves up to heroism.
Heroism.
And that's what we love about this part of the pod. We
Oh
also
my
love the
God.
sound effect.
Somehow,
I'm having a fit.
this is your 176th time doing it. And somehow the worst.
That'll do. We're done with it. We're done with that. I know I said the story wasn't long, but we didn't need a pad for 8 minutes at the start. This week's Everyday Hero, I was fortunate enough to go to Noah Khan this week. He was in Perth. He was at the Red Hill Auditorium, which
The
is
Red Hill.
beautiful,
Great spot.
beautiful spot.
Yes. Good if you love a drive.
Yeah, I know. I was telling Taylor on the way there because last time we went, we saw Bon.
Yep.
Name I can't pronounce. Is it Boniver?
Bon Iver.
Close enough.
Bon
Bon
Iver.
Iver.
I hear so many different versions.
Yeah, well, that's the right one.
Bon Iver.
Yeah, means like good winter.
Okay. I like Bon Iver.
Bone Eva.
But we went to see him about 11 months ago, and I was telling Taylor, I was like, oh,
Shit.
this, like as we were
Bruh.
getting pretty close, I was like, oh fuck,
That's
this
true.
is about where we parked last time.
Yeah.
We were like 2
Didn't grab a good
kilometers away
spot.
from the venue.
And we
Yeah,
went,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we went with Paddy Fast.
Do you know
Paddy.
they've got actual parking bays there?
Yeah, but you got to get there like for that opening acts, and I don't like to support up and coming.
Just another reason why he's not currently on RTR FM. Well, we got there for the opener, and I didn't realize.
Boring.
I didn't realize we were there too
Who
early.
opened? One of us.
No, he was some bloke from America. I think he was from like Texas, I think, country dude, bringing good vibes. Couldn't tell you his name, couldn't tell you a single song, but we were there for it. But
And you didn't get a good park
we
even.
were
That's the
just-
point of seeing the
No, we did. We got a real good part,
Oh,
in the
okay,
actual
okay,
area.
yeah. I think you part. Yeah, yeah.
which was fantastic. The event's beautiful. If you've never been, firstly,
That's lovely.
do yourself a favour. We're going to see, I think Riley and I are off to see James Blunt there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Semi by the sea.
In November. But essentially, yeah, semi by the sea indeed. Semi in the hills apparently as well.
Rock hard at the beach.
Anyway, so this week I'm perched up at Noah Khan, which is a name that people also mispronounce.
No,
Noah can.
Yeah, if you watch his videos, people will just butchering it, man.
Yeah.
Gets Kahan, he gets Kahan, gets Carney.
cunt.
No, I don't get that one.
Ooh.
And then so we're down there, we're enjoying our time, and I'm a big fan of getting as close to the front as possible.
Yep.
Throw those sharp elbow blades up, see how many fatalities you can inflict, and get to the front. So we did a pretty good job of that. We were up against the railing on the opposite side. We usually
There's a railing.
we're usually a front right.
Yeah, front right is good.
We went front left this time.
Ooh, top
Mixed
ends.
it up a bit.
Jeez.
But I had the arrogance to leave the front left and run around to the front right just to get a little sus. Took a photo, ran back to the front left, and I was like, what do we think? And they're like, nah, I'll probably just stay here. All right.
Good for the
Just-
cardio.
Anyway, I got a towel for the sweat. So we're standing there watching Noah absolutely dominating. And my fear was, because as I mentioned to you, I said, do we wear pants? Do we wear jumpers and stuff last time we went to the Red Hill? Because when you're in the hills,
Yeah.
can get a little bit on the nip once
Yeah,
the
I was
sun
going to
starts
say
to
this.
set.
But the thing is with you is
Here we go.
I don't want to say you should wear something and then be wrong.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's
And you
not
get-
worth having a stab.
And you get a hot face.
I do get a hot face. I'm king of the hot face. Now, so I was cold. I was scared that it was going to be cold, so I bought a jumper to take it out of the car. I was wearing shorts.
Hot face.
Yeah.
Love shorts. Now, so as the sun set, it started to get a little bit colder,
Romantic.
right? Not unbearably cold. Like, I didn't really notice it. But what I did notice
King.
was because we were standing next to the railing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was plenty of railing going on the railing. and all
Yeah.
that. All the security guards are there. I really like security guards. I think they're just lovely people. Said g'day to one guy. Watched another guy because the sun was setting over this hill and he's filming a little Snapchat story like this.
No.
And I could see his screen and I was like, oh, he's filming a Snapchat story. So in my wisdom, I went, I'm going to get in this. And took 2 steps forward, and as he's spinning around, I was like, hey! He laughed quite heavily about that, but that was good value. And then we're down by the actual stage.
Yeah.
Security guards standing there. Big darker dude. There's a bunch of them that are loving
Yeah.
it. Like they were like, you're not fucking with these boys. These guys got it made,
Mean
man.
business.
And they're standing there, and one of them had a little jumper on, which I thought was cute. And
Pussy.
A cute jumper.
but there was also there was about three big lads standing next to
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
real
yeah.
close to the stage. And
My
then
kinda
there was
guys.
one lady who would have been probably I'll say under 30,
Nice.
Ish. but like she wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, she'd be about my age, right? And
Cool.
she's standing there and she's sort of looking into the crowd while these blokes are watching the actual show, right?
Yeah.
She's just sort of standing there watching crowd control. She didn't seem to know any of his songs either. Like, if I was ever doing I don't know, if I was chaperoning, if I was doing security on an event and I knew that someone was coming, I don't know, a month out, I'd start listening to their music. So you're like, oh, at least I get to enjoy the show.
Yeah, but maybe they do like 3 shows a weekend.
Yeah.
But get involved. Like, I don't know. She just stood there like, could give a fuck. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. But what I did notice, I thought was very nice, because she was obviously looking at us quite a bit. She had cups of water,
Yeah.
dishing out the cups of glass,
Oh,
cups of water and stuff. And what I did notice was one of the lads, who was having quite a bit of a good time. Like, he was smiling. I don't think he knew a fucking song either, but he was dancing around, like, giving it a bit.
Yeah.
And about halfway through the show, I looked to my left, and he was like doing this. I was like, what the fuck's going on
What
here?
is it?
He took his jumper off and he went to give it to the female security guard, and she didn't take it. Like, she was like, no, I'm all good, I'm all good. And he's like, no, have it, you have it. And she's like, no, I'm all good. And he's like, no, just have it, just have
Oh,
it.
you sweaty jumper.
You stink cunt. Fuck off. The reason why I'm facing this
She
way.
didn't. She didn't
My
act.
nostrils away.
She didn't act like that, but he was trying to be really nice and offer her the jumper, which
Yeah,
I thought was quite nice. She didn't take it, and then he like had to. And this is what I mean when I was talking about like sometimes you put yourself out to get
Put
hurt.
her up against the
Yeah,
rail.
sometimes you get hurt.
Sometimes you get fucking hurt. He had to like embarrassingly put the jumper back on.
Yeah.
But he
So
did
was
it
a
with
bit
such.
chilly.
And the body slam.
No. get
She's
out.
a security guard.
Yeah, well.
He tried. He tried to do it. Anyway, he put the jumper back on. It was very sweet, but he tried to do it in like a masculine way. But mate, when it comes to everyday hero, you got to put yourself out there to be hurt, and sometimes you're not going to be your goal isn't going to be met. The good deed isn't going to be accepted, but you got to keep the world good. You got to keep the world honest, and you got to keep doing these good deeds. Because if he didn't offer, he's not getting the hero.
Well, it's gone.
Yeah.
And he's not being a great bloke.
But he is getting the hero. And
But he offered, and I think offering is
Yeah, offering is good.
it's 9/10 of the law.
Yeah.
I don't think so. That's possession.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So confused.
Yeah, anyway, so I was gonna do the hero this week, but I got bumped for this story. So just think about that next week when I'm telling my
Anyway, so this week's everyday hero goes to the security guard for offering to give his female colleague a jumper on
Legend.
what was a cold night
It's nice, it's a nice
at
thing
the
to
Red
do.
Hill Auditorium. Show some respect, boys. Alrighty, boys, that just about brings us to the end of another episode of the MacPack podcast. Before we finish that, we got a review on Apple Pods,
Hell yeah.
which
Keep sending them in, guys.
Apple
and
Pods is
girls.
where you leave the reviews. We
Ladies.
absolutely love, and send in your messages to us. If you're listening on Spotify or you watch on YouTube, YouTube's been good. That people are leaving some really nice comments about
Oh, that's nice.
the fact that we're underrated but hilarious. I
Yep.
really like that. Really appreciate that.
I can't wait to be overrated.
We received one last week from Snazzy131. Friend of yours, Joe?
Snazzy131. No, I know Snazzy132.
He or she said, "This podcast is great. Keeps me entertained and always gives me a good laugh. 5 stars. Love it."
Good on you, Snazzy.
We really appreciate that from the Snaz. Absolutely love it. And what we also appreciate is when people see us out and about.
Yeah.
I have never been recognised until like 2 weeks ago. And I mentioned that on last week's air.
Yes, the drive-through
Fucking
hero.
Very, very funny scenes. Seth loved the episode. He messaged me, said he was a big fan.
Good on him.
Props to him. And in the most hilarious of situations, leaving Noah calm, walking through the car park.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you this. Walking through the car park on the way back to the car. We were just walking. It was me, Taylor, and then 2 of our good friends.
Yep.
Walking to the car. I won't name them. They probably don't want to be associated with us. Fair enough. Neither
Not
do I.
after this episode.
And we're walking to the car, and there was lots of people leaving. As I mentioned, we parked, and there's about 80 buses left before us, and then about 500 cars left before us because everyone's slowly making their way out, right?
Yeah.
Pretty painstaking. So we're walking to our car, and this lady who was definitely a mother
Yep.
wind down her window, and immediately you get your attention. You're like, oh, here we go. Like someone wants to
What are they gonna
have a
say?
yarn. And this woman, probably, she was of mum age,
Yeah.
right?
Milf?
No, and then she just we don't
Jesus.
come on, Riley, show some respect.
Boo.
She just puts her head out the window, and quite literally, I'm gonna say it verbatim. With every word that she said,
Get off the road, you fucking wanker!
with every
Bike wanker!
with every word that she said, there was an extra inflection on
Yeah.
like a question, right? It was like started off as a question, then got more questioning,
More
more
questioning.
questioning with every single word that she said. I'm going to say it how she said it, right? She winds down her window, looks at me and my 3 friends and goes, "The MacPack podcast?"
A fan.
And
Hell
I just
yeah.
looked at her and I was like, surely if we're yelling from a car, we're doing it so with a little bit
Yeah.
more confidence.
Bit of pizzazz.
So bad.
I'm on MILF.
Little bit more assurance that it's like dead set. Like, Why are we just throwing out questions like that? The MacPack podcast, it just got higher and higher with every octave. And I'm laughing. The people that I was with are laughing. I just gave a thumbs up and said, yeah, thank you, appreciate. Did a few of these ones, did a few like, because I noticed.
they're off.
No. For the YouTube. Okay,
That's so vulgar.
what I did for everyone
What do you call
listening,
that?
I just did the prayer hands and then did a little bow. Don't the boys are making it sound like I pulled my cock out. I didn't, all right? Just
Little
little.
Jennifer.
I just did a little bit of prayer hands and like showed them that I was a big fan of them yelling
Of
out.
Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway, but there was like 3 or 4 ladies. There was 3 chicks in the back and I think one in the
Nice.
passenger seat. And I think they might have been fans or at least seen our work in the past. So we love that. And we love just throwing mum under the bus as well and making her the microphone, make her the scapegoat. Because I'm sure that back window worked, but none of them was screaming anything out.
Yeah.
But
Good
we,
on her for shouting out.
but we love that. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you see us in the fleshlight, absolutely let us know that you've seen us. Come say good day. We are not scary. And if anything, we're weirder than you. And I can say safely,
Two of
Joe's
us are, yeah.
definitely weirder than you.
I'm like, meow at ya.
So yeah, if you do see us in the flesh, come say good day. We'd absolutely love to hear from you. Don't be spooked. Because I think I'm just noticing a lot of people staring at me lately.
Yeah.
Say
It's
good
probably
day.
because of the growth on your neck.
Yeah. That thing is fucked. You know how hard it is to edit out of the video every week?
Give me a smell. But
So
yeah,
much work.
we're absolutely loving the pack. So yeah, get involved where you can. Before we finish up, as we've been doing every week on the year 2024's episodes of the podcast, we're doing Joke of the Week. I've done an absolute fucking knee clapper.
Oh, can you review mine?
Joey's. We need to a quick refresh on what yours
It was the monkey
Yeah,
one.
the monkey one. The baby on the bus.
Baby on oh, it was yeah. Okay, 3.5.
That's an 8 out of 10
pretty
for
good,
me.
So 4.
Yeah.
So we're giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I can't remember what we gave mine. Is anyone writing these down?
You got like a. Didn't he fail? Didn't he fail? Whereas a comedy podcast and failed the joke of the
So
week.
what?
Did you write mine down?
No, I wrote
See.
out of 5. I didn't write the number. So it was mine 7 out of 10.
7.5.
Fuck yeah, that's good.
You're gonna need it. after
How's
this
mine out
absolute
of
filter.
5?
No, I think that was me writing it in the week that it happened, but I didn't. I get like a 2
If
or
anyone
some
wants to
shit.
do free
You did it like a
admin,
fraction as well.
I did it
not
like a 2 or some shit.
score.
So I'm winning at the moment.
You did a
that's good.
divide by a sign.
We just remember the highest score, which is 7.5.
Yeah,
what if
that's all you
mine
did,
was
mate.
higher?
Definitely wrong.
Definitely. I gave it a.
I gave it like a 2.
Yeah. I gave it a 3. It was just a pass mark. I think you got just a pass.
Oh, goodness me. Well, fingers crossed yours is better. We're finishing up this week's episode 176 with Junior Boys. Joke of the Week. Take it away, big fella.
Obviously, the Year 12 bowls are going on right now.
Oh, very good. Jenny, you gonna be there? Or those?
So we're going to do a bit of,
There's absolute
bit of mining here.
efforts. There's absolute effort. Jeez.
Anyway, so the Year 12 bowls are on at the moment. All my mates' younger sisters.
You never really hear it as balls, hey.
There are year 12.
There's a year 12 ball.
Yeah, I don't know. You
Come
just
on,
don't.
it's ball season.
I feel like you're really putting an emphasis on the balls.
Anyway, so yeah, it's dance season, so I thought I'd go with a dance-themed one.
Oh, we haven't
Yeah.
started yet. Sorry.
Alrighty.
So that's all right. We're starting the ranking now.
A
You're gonna
guy-
get a 5.5 for setup.
A guy asks a girl to go to a dance. She agrees, so he decides to rent a suit. The rental has a long line, so he waits and waits and waits, and he finally gets his suit. He decides to buy flowers, so he goes to the flower shop. The florist has a long line, so he waits and waits and waits until he finally buys flowers. He picks up the girl and they go to the dance. There is a long line to the dance. They wait and wait and wait and finally get into the ballroom. Finally, they get into the dance and the guy offers to get the girl a drink. She asks for a punch, so he goes to the drink table and there is no punch line.
Fantastic. That one is a classic.
Ah,
I like that. I like those kind of jokes.
that has to be the worst. That's worse than mine.
Yeah, but I like the style of that joke. Anyway, we'll discuss it more next time. 'cause usually we end on a big laugh.
We'll break it down. Yeah, you're gonna end on our classic joke of the week laugh.
You
that we
should have
always
just
get.
left it on the big balls drop.
There is no punchline. No, I like that one. It's a bit of craft.
There you go. I'm excited to see what you score. Boys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Got much on the cards next week? Oh, just chilling.
No idea, to be honest.
Just gonna relax because I don't have to stress about this joke of the week. Shit.
You've had, that's the thing, you had 2 weeks. You had
Didn't
2
even
weeks.
think of a punchline.
Exactly. Grow up. Boys, until we do this time next week, stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
Go give your mum a hug.
just chuffing out, but off forever.